Thank you for taking the time to check out my YouTube video. We're on the west side of Detroit on Warren. It's cold out, it's 6 degrees. Let's see, pretty early, almost 9 o'clock in the morning, but if you want to see the west side of Detroit off of West Warren, I gotta be out here for a little bit. Came out here early to do this video, so we'll check it out. And yeah, so I appreciate the support. If you want to see more Detroit videos in the future, just please subscribe. And I know this area. Here, let me roll up the window. I know this area pretty good. This is Weatherby Street. We'll make a left. But yeah, this is west side Detroit, and Detroit's a big city. If you've never been here, and this is just a small part of it on the west side. You can see though all the snow. Go a little bit slow right now. Make sure that the video is nice and clear for you. We'll go down a couple streets, go in the neighborhood, get back on Warren. But yeah, this is the west side. Pretty familiar with this neighborhood. I wouldn't say it's really safe, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, you just keep to yourself. Clifton Street. Pretty diverse out here. You're seeing it, what it's like. I don't really edit that much. But yeah, once we get out on the main road, you'll see more of the businesses. I always just like to show what the neighborhood looks like. Got a speed hump. Got these speed humps. Here, let me angle. I always forget to angle the camera a little bit more towards the houses. That way you guys can kind of see what it looks like. That one's just a lot of people are renovating these houses. This is Rangoon. We'll make a right. It's yeah, you can hear it, the snow. I'll roll down the window. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck out here. We'll go up one more street. We'll make a right. Right by Warren and Livernois we are, if you're familiar with Detroit. We'll be going down pretty, not far, but past West Grand Boulevard. I forgot to see what the name of the street is, but I'll see it up here. Yep, this is what it's like. Different out here during the summertime. I'm not seeing too many abandoned houses. Just gotta be careful. Maybe that second or third one right there. I got a guy behind me, otherwise I would have slowed down. Going towards Weatherby. What is that? It looked like a fireworks box. Beer bottles. Yeah, even this house right up here, straight ahead. It's not too bad, A lot of decent sized houses out here. We're gonna make a left here at Warren. Hopefully this light isn't too long. Yeah, it's really easy to get stuck out here. But yeah, let me take this time just to thank everybody while I'm sitting here at this red light. And I have over 1,000, no, actually over 1,200 videos. So, maybe like 200 of them are from other places, and at least 1,000 of them are from Detroit. So I have a playlist going. I'm really trying to organize it. And I do everything from urban exploring to videos like this. When it's summertime, I get out a lot more. I want to do, I got plans in the future. This, we got 9 seconds. I got plans in the future for doing different types of videos. Maybe even going into interviewing people. Going into doing like more historical videos. So there's a lot of stuff in the future. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. All right, we should be going anytime. You know what? I'm just gonna take a chance. I may have looked wrong, but that light, the crosswalk skipped. So I would have been just waiting there. All right, well, looks like we're all good. But yeah, we'll just get going. Sometimes the lights are like that. Metro Food Center, I remember this place. that grocery store burnt down at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And back years ago in the summertime, they used to park their cars right here. Be like a little car show. The White Castle's right there, that's gone. Yeah, this is Warren, Illinois. Back when I was pretty young, they used to have all the cars out here. They still might during the summertime. I'll be out here, you know, driving around. I don't think I remember seeing it the last couple years. We're gonna keep going towards Junction. Yeah, there used to be a big abandoned place on the right. They tore down. I think Coca-Cola used to be at this building on the right, where it's for sale right there. I'm always looking out for urban exploring buildings. That one's pretty big. This is Epworth right here. Yeah, I have some not a lot of memories out here. I remember that place on the right. I remember when it was open on Warren and Weston. Can't remember what kind of a place it was, a restaurant. But over the years, things have changed over here. I think it's getting better though. We're gonna get ready to go here. We'll go down in the we'll go down to maybe that green light. I'll go make a left. Show you a little bit of what's going on over there. Yeah, it's not too many people out. It's 6 degrees out. Very cold. This is Junction. Let me roll up my window, that way you guys can hear me 100%. We're gonna go up, we're gonna make a left over here. Vancourt. There used to be a school down here I explored. They tore it down. Yeah, this is what it's like. Actually, I should be able to keep the video straight like this. That way you guys can see both sides. Unless I see something on one side that's worth seeing. But yeah, one-way streets. A lot of room for growing out here, that's for sure. You can imagine each area where there's a gap, there used to be a house. And I think there might be that house on the left. They might be doing something with that. Yeah, we'll see. Looked like there was a washer in there. Cobb Street. Yeah, we'll make a right. A lot of churches in this neighborhood. That house right there has been abandoned. That place has been abandoned for years. Going towards Whitewood Street. Keep going. Yeah, you're seeing what it's like. It actually, I bet, like, you know, looking at the video as I do this, it does look really nice, even though it's 6 degrees out. You know, the snow really changes the scenery out here. But yeah, we'll keep going. Oh, I don't know if I said what street I'm on. I'll let you guys know. We are on Cobb Street. But yeah, this place right here is abandoned. I don't know, I think that might have been a mini school. Maybe a couple grades. You got this church on 30th Street, way here on the left. That's abandoned. What's the name of the street? 30th and Cobb. We'll go down a couple more streets. Yeah, that church is nice. See how many churches? That's a church. Then the next street, there's a church. There's a lot of churches in Detroit in general. Alright, what am I going to do? I'm going to make a right here. We'll get back on that main street. Actually, you know what? That actually looks, the snow looks pretty thick right there. Scott, this street's more of a main street. Should be good. That house looks like it's in pretty good condition to be renovated. Yeah, this is it. This is McGraw Street we're coming up on. You gotta pretty much stay warm. That's all you can do. Like I was saying though, I have a lot of plans for different types of videos in the summer. It'll be a lot more fun. We're by 94. We're by 94 and West Grand Boulevard. If you're familiar with Detroit, that red light up there is Warren. Yeah, this is not too far from downtown. 15 minutes at the most, 10-15 minutes. We'll make a left right here. Yeah, this is Warren and Scotton. Forget what that building on the right used to be across the street. Yeah, this is, it's so like it's, Detroit's one of those cities that's, it's big and it's like, I don't want to say it's abandoned, but there's a lot of space, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like really crowded like New York or Philadelphia, you know what I mean? Like, even if it were the summertime right now, you know, there wouldn't be like big traffic jams out here, nothing like that. You know, on the freeways, unless there's an accident or unless there's a game out, you know, a basketball game or a concert or something like that, downtown's usually not really too crowded, you know what I mean? The summertime it does, but you know, in the wintertime, you know, that's one of the good things about the winter is if you get out there, you can really experience Detroit and not really have to deal with the crowds, you know? Like right now it's auto show weekend. I'm gonna go out there later. I might be able to do a video. I don't know. I'll do a bunch of shorts or something like that, but yeah, that's what's going on. January. This right here on the right, that's the only video store I know of. Vinewood. Lightning Media. They rent DVDs, CDs. I've never been in there. Vicky's Barbecue, that's a pretty good place. Back years ago, I remember this area right here on the left, this guy, Mellis Green, there was a big thing. There was a big police beating. Right here on 23rd, there used to be a mural right by that green building on the left. They tore it down. They should have done something, you know, just keep that mural. Years ago, they tore it down. I don't think they tore it down. I think it just not really kept up. Over the years, it's went away. I shouldn't have went. This is the Jeffries, 96 in Warren. It's probably gonna be a 20-minute video. Hopefully this light isn't too long. That building straight ahead, that big one, that's the old Detroit fire station. I explored that building maybe like 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I'll do my best to find it. And then if you look in the description section, you can click on a link and you can see that building I explored on the right. But back years ago, that used to be the Detroit fire station. You'll see when I go. It went all the way up to the top, climbed the stairs and everything. The D-Dot bus. All right, there we go. Don't like really stopping at the light. But yeah, this building up here. Yeah, if you're into that urban exploring, you know, all I gotta say about that is, you know, be careful. I don't really encourage it. You know, I don't want to tell people, you know, what to do, but, you know, rarely do I ever meet anybody in any of those buildings, but wherever you are, you gotta be careful. I like to go solo, but if you can, bring somebody, bring protection, and just pray you don't have to use it, you know. But anyways, we're going towards Grand River. Core City. They've really changed this Grand River around here a lot. Renovating the buildings and stuff like that. know there's a gym right over there, cafe, like right over there, right by that truck, where it's like, there's those two vehicles. I don't know if it's open or just being built, but there's a cafe right there. All right, how much longer do we got? They actually, they call it Grand River Creative Corridor. You know, they got a couple buildings here. You know, there's a lot of art in Detroit. You know, if you're not familiar with that, you know, both graffiti art and, you know, art in museums and just art in general. But this whole area, they, I think they're still, you know, expanding on it. But yeah, we're gonna get going in 3 seconds. We'll go another like 10 minutes maybe, 7 to 10 minutes. There's a nice little neighborhood up here I want to show you guys. Keep going. This is 14th Street we're coming up on. Yeah, this is West Warren, and then there's East Warren for East Side Detroit. This is West Side Detroit. And I could go all the way down. All the way out of Detroit. It'd be a really long video. School over here on the right. Looks like it's, they got the schools closed today because of the weather. Detroit Lions Academy. Detroit Lions Academy. I didn't know that was the name of it. This is Rosa Parks right here. Yeah, I want to show you this neighborhood up right here. And then we'll end the video. This is a pretty nice neighborhood. I want to say they call this North Corktown. Right where that white, I don't know if you saw that white car. This is, we're going towards Wayne State University. Commonwealth Street. Make sure I don't slide in any cars. See what you're looking at right here. Much bigger houses. Yeah, this is a beautiful neighborhood, especially like during the fall season. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. You know, the summertime and the fall is the best time in Michigan. You know, I try to do my best with the winter time, but you really want to, you know, it's if you're from out of town, you know, Detroit has a lot to offer. You know, during all seasons, you know, advice is to rent a car, maybe check it out up north, do a little skiing or snowboarding. But yeah, my favorite time is spring. Summertime and fall. Fall's a really nice time out here. Anyways, we'll get going. We'll make a right up here. Lysander. Nice buildings out here too. You know, unique. I would say it's a little bit more expensive out here. I think I'm gonna name this video 20 minutes on West Warren, Detroit. Sometimes I run out of good titles. I've got over 1,200 videos, guys. It's not my first video. Angle it over here. Yeah, I like the way these houses look. That one with the purple right there. Really nice. Detroit's got a lot of different types of homes. Very modern, very historic. Most people tell me this, they are surprised when they come to Detroit for the first time, you know? I used to do Lyft. Did over 1,200 rides. Some of them multiple people, so, you know, I've driven a lot. Hundreds of thousands of miles in my life. Delivering pizzas as a teenager. But anyways, this is Hancock right here. Avery. This is Warren up here. I gotta end it at 20 minutes. Yeah, this is it. This is West Warren, and you know, it goes down to East Warren. It's a big road. but I got stuff to do. I wanna do my best to drop a video a day, or one every 2 days. Maybe in the summertime, 2 a day. You know, I'm gonna really get out there, maybe get into some biking and stuff, and just, you know, just upload. And always looking for suggestions. I apologize about being behind in the comments. Just gonna take a whole day sometime and just get caught up. I enjoy hearing the stories about Detroit. Yep, this is it. This is Trumbull. I'm gonna get going, and thank you for all the support, guys, and take care.